Hey guys, welcome to my spring garden. Because of high temperatures, everything started blooming 3 weeks earlier than usual. So a lot of color around me. Today I got a lot of questions from you about the front border I was planting in the fall, and today I will be planting some more. I'll be planting Sesleria, and I will take you and show you how are those tiny plants that I planted in the fall are waking up. So this border behind me is one of my favorite borders in the spring because we have a lot of tulips. I used to have only white tulips here, but one day I planted some color and I thought it looks better in the spring. I don't know how about you, but in the spring I really like those pops of colors from bulbs, so I planted more color in here. But if you're looking for white tulips, you can see Purissima and Exotic Emperor here, and a mix of pastel tulips, and they are planted with Brunneras. They are perennials with beautiful, these are Sea Heart and Jack Frost, so with silver leaves. But now the thing that catches your eye are the blue flowers. They bloom like forget-me-nots, and they will be blooming for us for at least 2 to 3 weeks, so I hope that they will also match with the alliums that are in the back of the border. Okay, let's grab those Seslerias and we'll go to the front garden. Maybe I'll show you something else on my way. Let's see. So you've seen me planting this border with bulbs in the fall. This tulip is called Salmon van Eyck, and it is a beautiful salmon color. I really love it, but with tulips, if you have different temperatures outside, you will see that the color of your tulips might change a bit. For example, Van Eyck tulips are almost red when it's hot. When it's getting colder, they are raspberry pink, so they change color. And also this one, I've seen it in the Netherlands when we were in the tulip fields, and the color was slightly different. Now it's paler. Yesterday it was more like a dirty salmon, so it changes with the temperatures. I'm still waiting for Polskerer. This is a black tulip. I am not sure if it will be exactly the same tulip I've seen in the Netherlands, because that one had a really dark stem and this one has a purely green one. So we'll see, but I can see in the bud that they will be dark black tulips. So we'll see how this combo works, but I really love this one. It's beautiful. I also planted it there. So this border is really full of blooms, and I'm surprised because 2 years ago I planted those orange tulips. This border is very wet, and I've never had any good results here with tulips that were supposed to survive another year. So I was really sure that they will not survive, and they surprised me. They were the cheap bulbs I bought, and they were all the same color, and they survived, a lot of them, so I'm really happy with those. We'll see next year. Here are more tulips, but these are beautiful pinks. Not all of them are blooming yet. Some of them are parrot tulips. So every day, now that it's so warm, every day is different. It seems when you're in winter, every day is the same. And in spring, when every day is more green, more color, it's like so exciting. I can see that my bulb lasagnas here are also starting to bloom. Every day is something new. So here are Sesleria grasses. These are wonderful grasses for the front of your border. They are very low clump forming. If you plant them in a sunny space, they will be more chartreuse green. If you plant them in semi-shade, they will be more deep green. As they are very short grasses, low growing, they will be wonderful in the front of my border. Behind them we'll see all the salvias, all the coneflowers and perovskias, so they will be a nice filler green, hopefully chartreuse, because it is quite sunny, so I'm hoping for the chartreuse color. The one thing you should remember about this grass is that it doesn't like stagnant water, doesn't like very wet conditions, so hopefully we'll have some good drainage. So this is what I'm planting today. Guys, the amount of pollen that we have now in the garden, I'm allergic to pollen. This year it's like the worst I've had in my life. But everything is covered, everything is green and yellow, the cars, all the surfaces. I just cannot. I'm waiting for the moment it stops and I will feel myself again. But I feel definitely better when I'm looking at those tulips. These are married tulips. They are loving this condition because this is very close to the wall of our house. So in the summer, this space is very hot, very dry, and the tulips love that. In the summer when they don't have the leaves. And now they are blooming beautifully and they are repeating really nicely. But I think it's not always the type of tulip, but the space they are growing in, if you are talking about repeating blooming year after year. Okay, let's go and plant those grasses, and then I will need some medications for my eyes. Let's go. As you can see, the border is waking up. These are all new plants, so they are tiny, but I'm coming every day to see the new leaves if they survived. This is outside near the road, so every dog and person can walk here. Hopefully they don't, but they can. So everything is waking up. Sesleria was my idea for the front of the border because it will soften this edge and I think it will look beautiful. A lady stopped a car a few days ago and she said, "Oh my God, this looks so beautiful, I cannot wait for the blooms." And this was my goal for the people who are walking here, for the kids, to see how it is changing. So maybe it will give them an idea to do something in their garden, and maybe not. Maybe it will just bring them joy for a minute. It will definitely bring the joy to all the pollinators, so I'm really happy about it. Now, less happy about planting all those 40 grasses, but let's go. If you're a tidy person, you'll probably see that some of my fence is not looking its best. We had this guy who told me that I should do it some way, and I listened to him, which was a good learning for me because I don't do it anymore because the mistakes he made making this fence suffer year after year. We've been trying to fix it, but I think it's like the best way would be to build it again. So I always prefer to spend the money on the vacation than to fixing that. So hopefully, well, this year I'm really hoping for some nice holidays too. So we'll see. Maybe the plants will cover it. Okay, let's start digging those Seslerias in. So you'll probably notice that this border is mulched differently than the rest of my garden. So last year in the fall, I told you that I want to mulch some of the young plants so they are more susceptible to frost, and I did that, and I didn't have any compost, and I had some of this bark. I ordered some of it last year from the company I order all my soil from, and I was like, why didn't you tell me you have such a nice bark? It is so, the tiny particles, I love that. It looks very beautiful. So I decided to use a bark here, mainly because I wanted to test. You know how I love testing different types of things, and this time it will be a different mulch, and we'll see how those perennials and grasses respond to that. So this part will be mulched like that. So how do I plant? As you will see, I will be planting densely, and I know that it's too dense, but I like the effect right away. If they are too dense in 2 years' time, I will remove some of them. But this is my way of getting the results very fast, and then doing some labor again, but I still get the beautiful results. The bark I will move away, so I can use it in a second. This one will go very close to the edge. Using my trowel, I will make the hole, and just the hole of the size of this pot. I will add a bit of fertilizer, definitely less than it says on the packet, because probably those grasses were fertilized before I got them. And now I'm adding that soil that I had here and gently pressing Now the bark comes back. If there are some gaps, I have one bag of the bark and I will be adding by hand around the plants. We'll see. Oh my god, I think it will look beautiful. Okay guys, 20 more to dig in, but it's going very, very fast, so I'm really happy. We just had a car pull over and stop, and this nice man said, "Hey guys, I'm your neighbor. This looks so beautiful. It inspires me to do something in my garden." And this is what I wanted. It's like I just went in here and I got the results even now, and I think, come on, you will see how beautiful it will look later in the year and the next year and the next year. I think in 2 years this border will be in its prime. I really wish that those spaces that are not in our gardens but outside of our gardens could be so beautiful. Maybe not the grass you need to mow all the time, but those types of perennial and grass borders that do not need so much maintenance. You just prune them to the ground in the spring and then you enjoy it until the winter. Even in winter they look beautiful if you do not get very heavy snow. But I think this is a way to go to plant our public spaces. I really hope it will happen in the next years. It will look so beautiful. I cannot wait. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. For those who are waiting how it looks like now, I hope you are satisfied. And if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one on Saturday. Even more blooms. I'm hoping for a tulip tour. So subscribe and come back on Saturday.